Hi guys, today this vlog is going to be almost completely a rage. It hurt my feelings having to witness all this, but yesterday the Florida Gators went up against my team, the Florida Gators. I'm a huge Florida fan. I love Florida with all my heart. They played the Michigan Wolverines, and going into the game, everything was like equal with both teams on paper. All across the board. Florida coming in with an inexperienced quarterback. You have we had 10 suspensions on top of that, so I already knew it was going to be a shit show to begin with. But at the same time, we have Michigan, who's had a lot of their starters go to the NFL. So both Florida and Michigan had their good size of experience coming into the game. So I thought that would play a really vital part of Florida winning the game. Unfortunately,
oh no! We suck again!
Florida goes out there and lays an egg again. Not a literal egg. We did not put anything on the board. Florida did put up 17. However, 14 of those points came from the defense. We had 3 points. A freaking field goal be the only lone offensive score of that game. And that's embarrassing. That's what's crawled underneath my skin. So many years Florida's been totally inept in offense. I haven't seen Florida have a consistently good offense that is able to move down the field with ease since Will Grier. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of Florida fans can agree with me that Will Grier was the guy who was moving the ball better than any other quarterback since Tim Tebow. So, out of my distaste, I posted up something on my Facebook page that I felt like I should share with you guys. For 8 years, I've watched Florida blindly trying to implement and operate a consistent offense. I've watched QB after QB become progressively more embarrassing along with each year that goes by, with each surprising me with their mediocrity. I've watched a makeshift offensive line of fat, lazy players that lack discipline or any knowledge of fundamentals getting manhandled by team after team. I've watched a coaching staff orchestrate the same boring, predictable crap show you call an offense, if that's what you call it. I've watched a football program that should be respected and feared beat themselves out and become the punchline of any college football playoff conversation. Florida, you let me down. I blame myself for drinking the Kool-Aid, which I do, but at the same time, I blame the fact that here you are in year 3 of the McElwain era, and still, you are unable to move the offense the length of my bedside table. A lot of Gator fans can agree with me that Will Grier was OP. Will Grier knew what he was doing. He knew how to move the offense. He knew how to make plays happen. He had a good pocket presence. The offense responded to him well. And he messes up. He messes up, takes a supplement that he didn't know was on the list of prohibited supplements. He didn't tell his trainers, but a quarterback who consistently moved the offense like he did, I haven't had that much fun seeing a Florida offense until that game that Florida played Ole Miss back in 2015 when Will Grier was the starter and Ole Miss was like the number 3 team in the nation. That was so fun to watch that offense just dominate, to watch them move, watch the whole team operate. Not just the offense being successful, but the defense being successful at the same time. I love that. Where's that offense? We don't have that offense because we don't have that playmaker at quarterback. We don't have a really good cohesive offensive line. From what I saw in the Michigan game, that cohesion that Jim McElwain says is a strength, it's not a strength. It's more of a liability from what it looks like. I don't understand what the mindset is, but the Gators that I saw the other day against Michigan was extremely disappointing. I don't see what McElwain sort of gets, that he can just rely on the defense to atone for the mistakes of the offense or the inept ability of the offense being able to move the ball. I don't understand. I know defense wins championships. They can keep you in games, but when you entirely rely on a defense, that's when people get injured. That's when your defense players get gassed. That's when your defense starts to become almost as inept as your offense because they're tired. The other teams don't beat out Florida's defense. Florida itself beats out its own defense. It's so sad having to experience the Urban Meyer era of the Florida Gators. See that excitement, see that explosive playmaking, see that really good coaching, really good play calling, really good players, talented players, Go out there and dominate, and then see how far Florida has fallen now. I really hope this is just jitters, just beginning of the season jitters, and this is a lesson learned, and Florida's going to get better. I really hope that Florida Gator team isn't what this team really is. At the same time, I do believe that Jim McElwain throwing Felipe Franks out there into an extremely big game on an extremely big stage at the beginning of the season when he hasn't taken a collegiate snap before, that was probably, I mean, when Felipe came out there, I was impressed at first because he had like that 34-yard pass, but after that, like, he just kind of fell apart. He started getting nervous, he started getting rattled. At the same time, you know, he's a freshman, he's still a young guy. Hopefully he can build. Hopefully this will be a lesson. He can use that to be like, man, I had an opportunity. I should calm down. I should get better. I've been there before. Now the next time that I'm there again, there won't be any mess ups. So I'm really hoping that's the case. I'm really hoping that this is just a fluke. This game is just a fluke, and Florida's a lot better than they were. For the sake of us Gator fans, for the sake of Gator Nation, I really, really hope this isn't a long season. Thanks for watching, and go Gators.